everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the remaining parts of the polynomial. We have already made one video related to polynomial. Hope you have gone through that video. Otherwise, this video will not be. You will not be able to understand the concepts here. So, in this video, we'll be discussing about the division algorithm of the polynomials, and we'll try to solve some of the important type of problems related to polynomial. So, let's start with the polynomials part 2. Polynomials part 2. In this video we'll start with the discussion about division algorithm of the polynomial. Division algorithm of the polynomials, which is very simple. Now what the division algorithm states? It states that if f of x and g of x are two polynomials where g of x is not equals to 0, then we can find the polynomials qx and r of x such that f of x is equals to g of x into q of x plus r of x, where r of x is equals to 0 or degree of r of x should be lesser than the degree of g of x. This is the division algorithm of the polynomial. States that if f of x and g of x are two polynomials where g of x is not equal to 0, then we can find the polynomials g of x and r of x such that f of x equals to g of x into q of x plus r of x. Now, by seeing these statements, it's getting a bit complicated. So we'll just write it down in simple terms. Simple terms means what? What we can write? In this context, we can write that dividend equals to divisor into quotient, or quotient into divisor, divisor plus remainder. Now that becomes easier to understand. Dividend equals to quotient plus into divisor plus remainder. Simply, if we take one example, if we divide 12 by let it be 5, so it will be 5 2s are 10, it will be remainder. So we have seen from our childhood that 5 into 2, if we do 5 into 2, if we multiply these two and add with this one, the multiplied result, whenever it will be add with the remainder, it will give this one. So dividend equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. This is how the division algorithm of the polynomial states. It is given in this format, that fx is equals to g of x into q of x plus r of x. But no need to get confused. It is actually this thing is happening here. So please note it down so that I can move to solve the problems. In the last video, we have discussed about the quadratic polynomials and cubic polynomials. Quadratic polynomials, where the equation was given ax square plus bx plus c. F of x equals to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. That represents a quadratic polynomial. Now, in case of quadratic polynomial, if we have two roots, alpha and beta, and if the roots are known, then how we can find the equation? I'll repeat it once again, that if the roots of the quadratic polynomial are known, how we can use those roots to find the equation or the quadratic polynomial. So in order to do that, we have to simply x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. We can simply write it like this. Just note it down. so that it will be easier to solve this kind of problems, because you will get this kind of problems in your exercises, that two roots will be given of a quadratic polynomial, and by using those roots you need to find the quadratic polynomial. So in order to do that, just simply put the value of two roots here in the sum format and here in the product format, so that you will easily get the quadratic polynomial. Please note it down. So in case of cubic polynomial, the equation states that ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where f of x equals to this, where a is not equal to 0. In case of cubic polynomial, the thing remains the same. It will be like this only. So it will be ax cube, one second, we will write it once again, ax cube, sorry, x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma. There are three roots, right? Alpha, beta and gamma. So it will be x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into x minus alpha beta gamma equals to 0. This is how it works. So x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into x plus alpha beta gamma equals to 0. Please note it down so that you can move to the problems. So I'd like to discuss about one more topic, one more concept related to this. If alpha is a root of a polynomial, then polynomial f of x, then x minus alpha will be a divisor, of f of x. If alpha is a root of a polynomial f of x, then x minus alpha will be a divisor of f of x. Please note it down. It will also be helpful for the purpose of solving the problems. So we'll just take one example. That okay. Question number 1. We need to find the zeros of the polynomial. Find the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 3x minus m into m plus 3. We have to find the zeros of this polynomial. Now, in order to find the zeros of this polynomial, what we will be doing, that is if we take two zeros as, let us take two zeros as alpha and beta. So we can easily write that alpha plus beta equals to minus 3, and alpha beta is equals to alpha plus beta equals to minus of minus 3, that will be plus 3, and alpha beta is equals to minus of m into m plus 3. Now, by seeing this, we can easily say that the zeros of this polynomial will be like this. Okay. First of all, we'll take the zeros as alpha and beta. Okay, no issues. And alpha plus beta equals to plus 3, and alpha beta is equals to m into minus of m into m plus 3. So in order to find the values of alpha and beta, we can use the procedure of finding alpha minus beta by using this one. So if we do alpha minus beta whole square, that is equals to alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 into alpha beta. That is the formula. Now if we put the value of alpha plus beta, that is 3 whole square, minus, we'll put this value, minus, that will become plus 4m into m plus 3. Now what will be the value of this one? Alpha minus beta equals to 9 plus 4m square plus, it will be 12m. So it will be alpha minus beta whole square, it will be 3 plus 2m whole square. Just do the calculation, you will find the value. So by seeing this, alpha minus beta equals to 3 plus 2m. Now alpha minus beta equals to 3 plus 2m, and alpha plus beta equals to 3. Alpha minus beta equals to 3 plus 2m. If we do the calculations, and then we'll find the value that it will be 2 alpha equals to 6 plus 2m. So if we take 2 common, so 3 plus m equals to 2 alpha, 2 gets cancelled. So the value of alpha will be m plus 3. And value of alpha is m plus 3, that means value of beta will definitely be minus m. Otherwise, this equation will not follow. By using this equation, you can find the value of beta, which we are getting as minus m. So this is how we can find the zeros of the polynomials. No need to get confused by seeing that m, it is in the format of m into m plus 3. So you have to be very careful about this, and hope you have gone through this problem so that we can move to the next one. Please note it down. So in the second problem, we'll be solving that. Find a cubic polynomial whose zeros are given. Find a cubic polynomial whose zeros are, one second, cubic polynomial whose zeros are 3, half and minus 1. So find a cubic polynomial whose zeros are 3, half and minus 1. So let alpha equals to 3, beta equals to half, and gamma equals to minus 1. So in order to do that, we have to find alpha plus beta plus gamma, that is 3 plus half minus 1, that is 2.5. Now alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equals to, alpha beta means 3 by 2 plus beta gamma means it will be minus half plus gamma alpha equals to minus 3. So it will be 2 minus 3, that is equals to minus 1. Now alpha beta gamma, that will be equals to 3 into half into minus 1. So it will be minus 3 by 2, it is 5 by 2. So we have already found the values of these three things. Okay, we have done one mistake, that will be minus 2. Okay. So in order to find, we have to write the equation as x in minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square plus x cube minus x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into x minus alpha beta gamma equals to, not equals to, actually we will put the values of whatever we have got here, so that we can find the polynomial, required polynomial. So it will be minus 5 by 2x square plus, not plus, it will be minus 2x minus plus 3 by 2 equals to 0, not equals to, sorry. So this is the required polynomial, this is fx or the required polynomial. So if 3 roots of a polynomial are given, then we can easily find by using this technique. So please note it down so that we can move to the next problem. So we need to find the quotient and remainder when f of x equals to x cube minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 3 when divided by g of x equals to x square minus 2. We'll simply divide it. We'll simply divide. Now for the first x cube, we have to put x, so it will be x cube minus 2x square. Now subtraction, minus x square plus 5x. So minus x square means minus 1. So it will be minus x square minus plus 2. So it will be gets cancelled. So it will be 5x minus 2, that is minus 5. So this will be the remainder and this will be the quotient. So quotient is x minus 1 and remainder is 5x minus 5. This is how we can do the calculation for this kind of problems. So it is very much easier because we have already gone through this kind of divisions in the previous classes. So it won't be difficult for you to understand. So if needed, write it down so that we can move to the next one. So now these kind of problems are very much important and you will find in most of the cases where you will try to solve these polynomials. Find all the zeros of x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 23x square minus 3x plus 60 if it is given that two of its zeros are root 3 and minus of root 3. So in order to solve this kind of problems, please follow the procedure which I am going to show right now. So this is the polynomial. Two zeros of these polynomials are root 3 and minus of root 3. We need to find other two zeros. Why other two zeros? Because this is a biquadratic polynomial. That means it has a power or a degree of 4 for its variable. So it will have 4 roots. Just clear the concept, get it clear. So this is a this polynomial has a maximum power or the degree of its variable as 4. So this polynomial will definitely have 4 roots. So if it has 4 roots, then 2 roots are given here by the question and we need to find the other 2 roots. So in order to do that, we have already stated that if a is a root of a polynomial, then x minus a will be a factor. So if x root 3 is a root of the polynomial, so x minus root 3 will be a factor and so as x plus root 3 also. So these two will be the factors. X minus root 3, we are just doing x equals to root 3, so we are getting x minus root 3 equals to 0, and we are doing x equals to minus root 3, so we are getting x plus root 3 equals to 0. That is why we are saying this and this will be the factor. So now if we multiply these two, it is a plus b into a minus b, so it will be x squared minus 3. We have to divide this particular polynomial with this one. So we will write x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 23x square minus 3x plus 60 divided by x square minus 3. So we'll just do x square. If we put x to the power 4 minus 3x square, then it will be x to the power 4 gets cancelled. So x cube plus 3x square minus 23. So it will be x cube minus 20x square. Now we'll put plus x. So it is becoming x cube minus 3x. So plus minus it getting cancelled. It gets cancelled. It will be plus. So minus 20x square. Now plus 3x minus 3x getting cancelled. So we'll take this one plus 60, so it will be minus 20. So if we put minus 20, it will be minus 20x square plus 60 plus minus, so it is getting cancelled. So what is the quotient here? Every time, whenever we will divide this one, every time we'll get the remainder as 0 and we'll get some quotient. Now, after getting this quotient, I'll just remove this one. Please note the division so that we can remove this part. So after getting this quotient, what will be the next step? So whenever we have got this one, x square plus 4 minus 20, we'll just factorize this one by using the middle term procedure. So 5x minus 4x minus 20. So it will be x plus 5. If we take x common, so it will be x plus 5 minus 4. And that is x plus 5. So it will be x plus 5 into x minus 4. So these are the two factors we are getting. So we'll just equate it. X plus 5 equals to 0. So x equals to minus 5. And x minus 4 equals to 0. So x equals to 4. So these are the two required roots of the given polynomial. So all 4 roots are root 3, minus root 3, minus 5 and 4. This is how we can find the other roots whenever 2 roots of a polynomial are given. So this is how we can solve the problems related to polynomial. There are so many problems related to polynomial in your exercise. So please try to understand the concept. Try to use by seeing the example whatever we have discussed in the videos. By seeing the examples, you will be able to understand how the problems can be solved. So please go through the video. Hope it was helpful. Thank you.